Good evening, folks. Welcome to Reaching Out with Eddie. Folks, I just got to ask you one question. Did you like the bell ringer? Did the bell ringer ring the bell? I already know he did. I know he bring it like that. Folks, I want to tell you that next Wednesday, we're going to, not this Wednesday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, we're going to have a special treat for you. It's where Felicia Westbrook, this is appeal court judge Felicia Westbrook, will be on this podcast, in this building at 1 o'clock. So y'all said it. It's at 1 o'clock now, not 6, not 4, not 3, not 1, not daylight saving time, at 1 o'clock. So I want y'all to say it because she's going to be here. She's going to talk about a platform. We're going to open up the phone lines almost immediately so that when she introduces herself, you'll be able to call her and ask her questions and talk about things that's on your mind, things that are heavy on your heart. Understand that she is an appeal court judge now, and she's running for a Supreme Court judge. So she's the first black person I know to probably, if she get that position, she'll be the first black to get it, black female. I think she might be one of the first black females, at least that I know of. Folks, I gotta tell you, just so many things been going on, and it's something I wanted to talk to you about last week. I wasn't able to. But one person did show up. I'm just coming from the agenda. I was on the agenda for the city council, and I think his name Willie Simmons. He was there and he spoke. Folks, I gotta say this about George Thomas. George Thomas talked too much. I didn't know George Thomas. Yes, he do. I know that. I can tell you, folks, it seemed like he had 1,000 questions to ask almost about everything. I ain't gonna say whether it was a good question or bad question. I just say talk too much. When you vote on something and it's over, why you got questions to ask? But I mean, I thought I wasn't gonna make it here till tomorrow. I mean, I was rested. I just tell you, George. But I took a class from him once. That's Dr. George Thomas. It was where I did a semester of work in 1 week. So we had to go to school every day for 8 hours for 6 straight days. I got to tell you, people, that was the hardest time in my life doing that. Yes, I got an A because that's how I do it. But it was so boring. He read that whole book. You know those books in college about that thick? That man read and talked non-stop. Man, I'm telling you, it was the worst class. He reminded me of that today. I had forgot about it because, you know, horrible things we put it apart, make it a part of our repressed memory. I had forgotten about it, and he made me remember that today. One of the things I want you guys to know that they voted to close off this road over there near Sweet Gum Bottom. I don't know the name of it, but it's Knight Parker Road. They're going to close that off, you know. And that's when I realized that George had 1,000 questions to ask. They was going to set the mileage rate for the city, and they tabled that. I got to say this about Brandy. Brandy is really smart. She is, Bro Sam. How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother.
Man, she's really smart. I don't care what they ask her about. She didn't go up with paper or anything like that.
Yeah.
She went up there and answered questions. George Thomas was asking her a lot of questions. I have already given that to you. If you see, it's over here, it's over there. So Brandon, you know, she came after me now, but she's doing a job. But Brandon is very intelligent. I got to tell y'all, folks, she really impressed me today with her knowledge of the facts. She really knows her job.
Yeah.
And so I can say Percy got that right.
Mm-hmm.
He got that right because that girl is very intelligent. Folks, I'm not running for mayor, but under my administration, I would get someone with stellar talent just like her, but I would not keep her. I just had to put that in there. What I went to the city and talked about today is, folks, one of the things that's heavy on my heart is they want to charge me. I have a portion of this building that I want to open up. It does not have sewage and water, but it has lights. And so when I went down, they said, well, it costs $1,200. Well, I tried to get Percy and the water department to, hey, wait a minute, now I shouldn't have to pay this. Man, when they came out there, it went from $1,200 to $2,600, boy. I said, wow. So I didn't do it, folks. And so I went, and you got to understand, I talked about this before. I don't think that I should have to pay for them to tear up the streets out front to come to my right of way, and then I said, if you're gonna give me free water, I don't mind. And of course that's my position, folks. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna, and anyway, I said, I'm asking you guys to intercede. You've done it before, and so cause they were shocked because the light was still green, and I was through talking and headed out the door because I was headed to you guys. And Eddie Kelly followed me outside and said he gonna look into it. And whether or not he look into it, I said, well, you know, I hope you do, because this is my first step. I said my next step would be file a lawsuit against the city. And one of the things that Hugh Smith said it's the law. That's a lie, folks. That's not the law. It's policy. But they ain't done that. Nobody would build a house if they had to pay for water and sewage to come to their house. Nobody would build a house. They never would open up Bonita Lakes Mall. They're not going to tell me that, people. So what I'm going to do, I keep them up way past their bedtime. I'll be the worst nightmare. Couple of things I got to talk about, Brother Sam, before I get serious. You know, I had this colonoscopy. For those of you who don't know, they have this long tube that they stick up in your colon for you. Some of you might know that as your intestines, right? And that, no, they do not. Somebody asked me, do they stick it down your throat? No, they do not. They go the other way. And so, people, I got to tell you this, is that my daughter took me there. My daughter Tracy took me. I thank you, Tracy. I mean, Tracy's always there, bro. Saying, you know, my other daughters, you know, they checking on me. But Tracy just don't take off work, and she's coming, and she came. And of course, my daughter in Texas, and Dad, you need to come up here and get away. I already know that. You know, my daughter, you know, y'all call her Lala, but Crystal, you know, they all checking on me and looking at me.
Texas?
I went right here in Meridian, Mississippi. I don't know what. I must was high off something. No, I do not get high to trust these doctors right here. But I got to tell you, I forgot, bro. You know, I'm grieving. I'm grieving, folks, because I would have went to Alabama. But no, I got to tell you, Rush did a very good job. They did. The people that were so friendly, they were accommodating. They met my needs. They changed the time to accommodate me. They called the VA to make sure the payment was there so I wouldn't get paid. So they were very accommodating. And so I gave them 9 stars. Hey, Two-Belt, Miss Two-Belt. I gave them 9 stars. And the reason why I didn't give them 10 stars, because I expected when they came and got me and took me to the back that they would get me, bro, Sam. But about an hour and 15 minutes later, I'm still laying there. Folks, I promise you, if me and my daughter ain't just alike, she said, after I sit there about an hour, I'm worried. So I get up now, so we probably got up about the same time. I said, hey, have y'all forgot that I'm back here? And they said, no, we haven't forgot you. So about 5 or 10 minutes after that, they came and got me and everything. But they did a good job. While that guy was talking to me, he said, what we use now is quick. He said, it's going to put you out quick and you're going to wake up quick. While he was sitting there telling me that, I'm looking at this man's face. I felt some cold hit my arm, folks. And then the next thing I know, they waking me up. They waking you up, They waking me up. Hold up, but I got to tell you folks this. So, while the lady told me to turn over on my side, I said, hold up, wait a minute. You know the back is out, right? So I tied the back up. They said, no, you got to leave that back open. And so, okay, I ain't got no problem with that. So when I went in there when they getting ready to do the procedure, she said, I need to turn over on my left side. I said, wait a minute. I said, y'all going to put me to sleep before you start looking at my butt, my behind? She said, yes. But I said, because I'm going to have to marry both of y'all if y'all going to look at me before I go to sleep. But I tell you, people, they did look at me. That was like the embarrassing moment. So anyway, when I awakened, my stomach was hurting so bad, bro, Sam, because they had put air inside of me. Folks, you know what? The air in there got to come out. Right. And so they said, well, Mr. Hoke lit up, and you got to stay in here for a little bit. And I thought maybe my daughter would have stayed out. They brought her right on in there with Daddy. And so, you know, I'm cutting loose. I'm just telling y'all, folks, that it did not stink Two-Belt. It didn't stink Miss Two-Belt, but it kept coming. I'm talking about blowing. If y'all can see Dice, he over there shaking his head because I had the prep right here, folks. I'm prepping here. I said, Dice said, use the other bathroom because he came in and hooked up a modem for me. I said, Bro Dice, I said, it ain't smelling. He said, I don't want to be the one to test it. And so, you know, Bro Dice making me go way on the other side in the gym to use the bathroom, but that's okay. I said, so, you know, yeah, Two-Belt, I did. Yes, I did. I actually had to smell it, bro, Sam, to see that it smell. Now, I ain't got COVID. I ain't smelling. I said, bro, Dice, you're wrong. Because it's like, it come out to be like you're peeing out your butt, right? And no smell because it ain't even no gas coming out with it. And so I actually, yes, I smelled it. It didn't have no smell. I said, bro, Dice, you're wrong. It don't have a smell because I smelled it. He said, you ain't going to test it on me. But anyway, but I'm going to tell you, them daughters of mine, I'm going to get all 3 of y'all. Man, I'm talking about I go to Facebook. This is what my daughter said. Now, I got to tell you, folks, when my daughter came back, that air was coming up out of me, and it was loud. I like to make the joke that I have a horn, you know. You ain't got to worry about who did it if you my family, like my little children, because I'm going to sound it off, and you're going to know it's me. Now, they be cheating. They just ease it out. I know y'all might say, this is inappropriate, but I got to tell y'all the whole story. So I'm out there, man. I got a tuba, man. This ass coming out of me. I'm belching and everything. And my daughter come back there, she just tickled. This is what she say. When I tell you in recovery was a hoot with daddy, y'all better believe it. I'm talking about, oh, you just got the joke on. I got to tell you about my other daughter. I'm scrolling on Facebook, and so I see something coming toward me, and it looked like, man, first I jumped. I promise, bro, I jumped, man, and I look at it, look, I had gray. I thought it was, I promise, man, I thought it was something. I said, what the hell kind of voodoo is my daughter practicing? She talking about this turkey leg stuff with some kind of gravy on it. It ain't what it looked like to me, folks, but they really be getting the joke on, so I just had to tell you. And I saw my brother Gregory today in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah?
Man, I'm talking about I looked up, man, my brother. Let me tell you what really make you proud. It really makes you proud when you go somewhere out of town and you see a family member. My brother was hooking that truck. Yeah. He had that big truck, man. He was boom, boom. I mean, you know, my brother can drive, and so it really made me proud to see him there working. So shouts out to my brother Gregory. Shouts out to Dolores. She was always checking on me. So I told her that I was going to send a shout out to her. So the shouts out to Dolores, but definitely to my family and everything. Folks, so now we fixing to get serious. I went to a hearing with Tony Tuesday. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was last week, probably on the 10th or something like that. Whatever day it was that I went, it could have been last Thursday, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that I went to a hearing. Now, what I told y'all how Tony, and I'm talking about Antonia Owens, right? My lady friend, you know, who gonna cut me by Tristan B. Hampton Eyes, her. Anyway, I was telling you guys about that, so I went to a hearing. Now, folks, I'm finna read you. When you go to the City Meridian website, they have 3 board members listed on there. And the board members they have listed on there is Janelle Kidd, Wilbur Jones, and Greg Lane. Now, understand they have them listed on the Meridian website for boards and commissions. And all of them done expired. From Janelle Kidd was appointed on the 15th, December the 1st, 15, and it expired November the 4th of 19. She has not been reappointed. Wilbur Jones, June the 2nd, 15, and his expired June the 3rd of 19. Gregory Lane, he 8/2/16 and expired 6/2/19. So, folks, you can see all these people, and this was on the website. Now, understand, folks, now I go to the Meridian Housing Authority website, and here's the board member. Wilbur Jones, chairman. Donnie Smith, a white man, vice chairman. Janelle Kidd, commissioner. Sylvia Archer, y'all know that used to be the superintendent. She's white. Commissioner. Rob Arline, commissioner. Now, understand now, Rob Arline is white also. Now, the only 2 people named that are listed on the City Meridian website is Wilbur Jones and Janelle Kidd, and they said both of theirs not expired. But, folks, I got to tell you this. When we went into that hearing, Brother Sam, none of these people's in there. I seen Janelle Kidd. I spoke to her. She didn't come in there. Now, folks, in this country, you have a right to be confronted by your accusers. Now, understand the housing manager for Siwash, I don't know her name, but it can easily get it because you can go to the website and get it. The housing manager came there because Tony said, there she is right there. We're bracing her. So now understand, when she got arrested, the housing manager called her up, and I was standing there. Said, I need you to come to the office and write a statement of what happened. First, she said, okay. And then she said, she thought about it. I better ask him, do I need to go around there and make a statement? Hell no, you need to go around there and write a statement. You understand, bro?
Right.
Do anybody write a statement? It ain't none of your damn business.
Right.
Incriminating themselves, want to know what happened.
Right.
And so they evicting her. Now, she been there for 4 years, folks. Ain't never had no problem, no write-ups, ain't been in no trouble, anything like that, and they fixed and kick out. Now, understand they have zero tolerance. What strike you out? I said, even in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. This ain't no democracy. And so I wrote her thing for her, let them know that we will appeal it to the board and that we want a copy of all evidence that you're going to use again. It's stated in the letter. Anything that you going to use, we want a copy of. Man, they don't give us anything. Now, I'm going to tell you who they had a tube bell. They got, what's that, Reverend Cole's first cousin, husband, his name, I'm finna give y'all his name, because I got everybody's name. His name is Travell McLaughlin. Reverend Travell McLaughlin is the asset manager coordinator. Folks, he is not on any kind of board. Do you know that he was sitting there as the board chairman of the board? Janelle Kidd, I spoke to her, so she knew who I was. Greg Lane wasn't nowhere in the building, nor was Wilbur Jones. Neither one of them showed up. Now, both of these people are supposed to be there. Now, you understand under Rogers' Rules of Order, in order for you to have a quorum, before you can conduct any kind of hearing, you got to have a quorum. Right. No board member was there. They conducted a hearing. So, McLaughlin, this is what's wrong with Meridian, folks. Now, let me tell you about Reverend McLaughlin. Now, his wife is real sweet, and she works at Lowe's. And she's our pastor first cousin. Come to the church and sing with my brother and all that. So we have a good relationship. But I just got to say this. This has nothing to do with pleasure or Christianity or religion. It's more doing with the law and about what's right. I'm talking about legally what's right, and how about what's morally right. He had no business sitting on the board. And here you got Ron Turner, who's the housing chairman, MIA now. He's supposed to make sure it was right. He's supposed to, look, you can't conduct any kind of hearing if you don't have a board to sit there to listen at it. You can't go and get you, Bro Sam, or Dice Man, or get me. So let me just tell you, folks, what happened. We supposed to start it at 9 or 9:30, whatever time it was. They didn't start on time. 30 minutes went by, they still hadn't started on time. So we waited there, I think, till about an hour almost, and finally they called, but then nobody want to face me. So the lady come up in there. She don't even come in there. Bro Sam, if I bring charges against you, I got to come to court and face you and testify. She didn't do that, folks. So you got Travell McLaughlin, who's over management. He's the management coordinator. The asset manager coordinator. So he coordinates the assets that's owned by Meridian Housing Authority. That's his duty. So he's sitting at the head as the chairman. He's doing Wilbur Jones' job. Okay, and then so you bring that Benjamin girl that used to live up there. You know the Benjamin girl, Doris Benjamin. She come from wherever she work at. She work in one of them buildings now where they take the payment. She come there, she one of the board members sitting in.
Kangaroo Court.
They bring another board member from another manager from another housing to come in and sit in. So they got everybody sitting in there, but nobody in there on the board.
Right, Kangaroo Court.
And so they sit them in different places. Antonio sitting where I'm sitting. And so when we come in the door, he said, you need to be, I said, but hey, this is my lady here. We're part of the same household. He said, what you said is right. He said, but this is not the household. See, I didn't want to take any. CDC rule says that if you're part of the same household, you don't have to separate. I went finna deal with his ignorance. I let him have that, folks. Let him have that. So I sat over here in the corner, and she said, I need for him to speak for me. And so I started speaking. And so I said, what you guys are doing here is you're having a hearing to kick out. And he started talking about zero tolerance. And every time he started saying, I said, also I asked for the paperwork. I asked for things that you're going to use. He said, well, it's in her lease. I said, and he said, also she was told when she was, I said, did you tell her? No, I didn't tell her, but her manager tell her. I said, the manager ain't here to speak. And Miss Doris Benjamin, who's sitting there, said, I'm the one that brought it in there. Getting ready to say, I said, whoa, you a board member. You can't open the mouth. You can't sit on the board and then you're supposed to be impartial. You can't sit on the board and then present evidence against the person that's here appealing to you to listen at it. She clamped up and shut up. See, folks, you see this kind of ignorance that we're dealing with here in the city of Meridian, and the kind of ignorance that we're dealing with. The Meridian Housing Authority, Ron Turner, I like you, but it's time for you to go. You've been there too long. You're a relic of the past. Travell McLaughlin, you might be a pastor. How about I call on his Bible? I said, had it been one righteous person, just one righteous person in Sodom or Gomorrah, I said, God wouldn't not have destroyed, would have saved the city. Just one. I said, where is your compassionate man of God?
Right.
You supposed to be a pastor.
Right.
Then he started telling me about zero tolerance. Well, you ain't playing. You're not you violating the law right here. You have not applied the law to Miss Antonio. You will win in any court anywhere because nobody was sitting there as a board member supposed to have been there. For her to speak and then supposed to open her mouth. Doris Benham, let me just tell you something. I just think that you're bitter about something. I don't know what it is, but you can't take it off on the citizens of the Meridian. You're not better than the people that you serve. You understand that? And that's the same with you, Travell McLaughlin. I can't call you Reverend no more. I'm going to just call you Travell. Travell, you're not better than the people you serve. Because you take on the title of pastor, that doesn't mean that you're doing this right. Y'all wrong. That y'all need to get rid of that damn zero tolerance. You're not. There's so many people in there that done been in trouble and all that kind of stuff. But the thing of it is that what you're doing it to, how is it, bro, Sam, is that black people are the ones that hurt other black people.
That's it.
It ain't never the white folks that's doing it. It's always, we ain't got to worry about the white folks.
No.
It's the black people we got to worry about. Them niggas down there done lost their mind and went crazy. I went up in there and I seen Trent Posey up in there over Parks and Recreation. Percy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. This little soft-looking white boy with that old long hairstyle from the 70s, like the Beatles wore, the hippie look. It's kind of curly like Bilbo. That little cute, pretty boy look. It's something going on. I don't know. There's something ain't manly about that, you know. Is that what it is, person? What's going on? Why you like this, man? I don't expect the city of Meridian to do anything until you make them do anything. That's it. Because all they do is they try to deflect. And there's a lot of deflection going on with the city of Meridian. But they're not doing anything. But I had to talk about that. And so what they said, what you're asking this board, you know, I seen the board was illegal because I'm setting it up for the next step.
Right.
They'll throw it out. Right. Nobody there's a board member.
Right.
Y'all don't have any authority to say anything, Travell. You don't have any authority. That's not part of your duty description. Only the mayor of Meridian can appoint commissioner. Not even you, Ron Turner. None of you guys you can't just go and get somebody and make them a commissioner. If you don't have one there, you said, look here, we don't have anything. Right. And when she asked for that appeal, the only thing you could have did, you could have stepped in and said, look here, let's just wait until the court case settle. Now that's the right thing to do. Right. I don't care what y'all talking about, that zero tolerance. But and Tony, I said she has an attorney. I said, she didn't go into that court. She have an attorney. When she supposed to go? I said, this ain't going to be no process that's going to be over in like 21 days or anything like that. I said, she go to court on the 21st, but we don't care about what they say in the kangaroo court over there where they using it to make money as a way of putting money in the general fund. That's what they do with all the money over there. All they don't put in their pockets. Folks, I just tell you that it's just pitiful how they're doing things, and most people don't want to deal with me. It's not because I'm bad or anything like that. Law. I know that law, and I'm gonna make them do right. But I do know that Roger Rules of Order was not followed that day. That any decision they make, whether it's giving her an extension or anything, well, that's fine. But you understand. Talking about what the thing's saying, I'm not caring about that. I said laws are subject to change. I said think about Brown versus Board of Education. Let's think about all the laws, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, where it was illegal to do this and do that. I said laws cause they on the books don't make them right. I said laws change. I'm just letting them know, and I know that y'all gonna watch this. You need to understand that. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make you change those laws. I'm not gonna let you do anything to her. I'm not going to let you do it to anybody that come to me for help, bro. I'm going to help them. It's simple as that. I'm going to help them. And this is the wrong person for you to mess with. She don't know a lot of things, and she don't understand a lot of things. Like most people in our community, they don't understand and know a lot of things. A lot of the mothers in public housing are there because of circumstances. They're not there because they want to be. It's because a system is set up against them. It what you call permeates and perpetuate systemic poverty, systemic use and need on government funding and housing. It creates all that. And then they want to pop the whip above your head and tell you to stay in line. But they need to understand that they, at the end of the day, they're public servants. Right. They're not, you know. So I had to tell y'all about that, and I was intending talking about that last week. And today she hadn't heard from them, and she should not hear from them. And I'm gonna tell you why, Ron Turner. You need to listen at this. You need to look at this yourself. I'm gonna send you an email. And I'm going to tell you to watch my tape because Ron Turner, the board was illegal. Now, I know how y'all do stuff because when I talked about how Brunel and was not supposed to have a gun, man, Robert Jones not only expunged his record, he expunged laws too. Both of them, and evidently Meridian Community College might have found out about it. They got rid of laws. I'm going to say they got rid of you. They found out what kind of nigga you was. So they got rid of. Now, folks, look, I already know that the lady coming here now. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be college educated. And I'm going to talk sophisticated. And I ain't going to use all these words. I'm going to make sure I don't have a bipolar moment. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because this going to be her time, her platform. I don't want them to say anything. I don't want her to use me as an excuse not to vote for her. So I'm going to be really nice. So you can hold your horses, Miss Two-Bell. Folks, I want my family out there, y'all need to come by here and drive by here and see the van that my brother Kurt gave to church. My brother Kurt gave Mount Hermon Baptist Church a 2007 church bus, basically. It's a 12-passenger vehicle. And folks, it's nice. It's got new tires on it. I mean, air conditioned, satellite radio. I mean, it has everything, and it's in very good condition. They just put a new motor in it, and my brother bought that from this nonprofit in Alabama that his wife worked at for years, and they're closing it down. And so they sold him that, and so he gave that to Mount Hermon Baptist Church, and I just want to thank him. And family, y'all pass by and look at that, and I think that's a good thing. It's something that's surely needed. I want to talk about the school system, folks. I want to talk about the school system. Our children are in school, people, and I can just tell you, our teachers, Brother Sam, they're working really hard. They was already working hard, but now they got to check temperature. They got to do so many things they never had to do before. Because you know what's wrong with all that, Brother Sam, is that they pay is still the same.
Right.
And that's wrong because they under this COVID money, they gave money out there for people that are working, but everybody putting it. I can tell you. They're essential workers, and they're supposed to be paid double. They're supposed to have extra money for them. How about my ex-wife, Tanya Collins, is getting ready to quit her job, and the reason why she's quitting it because they never stop working. And how about
the pay?
UAB done subbed it out to another company. And those people, not only did they not pay them that money,
the money gone.
They got the money gone. And then how about they cutting out 401k? See, 401k, put in $1, they get $2. Match, yeah, they match at least 50%, but sometimes it's 100%. Some companies 150%. How about they cut all that out? So again, what we have is a lot of people that get money. It's just like these, like Amazon.com. They want all the money. These mothers, they making all this money. They making more money than they could ever spend, but they still don't want to get a person that's really making that money for them into that money. So I just said teachers need to be paid more. I just want to send a shout out to all the teachers that we really appreciate you. We understand that now you're a babysitter. Now you're taking temperatures like a doctor. Now you got to sit down with everybody while they're on the computers. And so I just got to say my hats off to you guys. And you guys really need to be paid more. And so, Chuck, you guys need to do something. I know y'all not in the majority, but you guys need to do something to pay our teachers more. I'm talking about all of our teachers need to be paid more money. They're not paid enough. I want to congratulate Kevin Magruder. And the reason why I want to congratulate Kevin Magruder because he won his lawsuit. Well, it wasn't his lawsuit, but what happened was that the charges that the State Auditor's Department brought against him, folks, have been dismissed. And the reason why I'm talking about it, I want to congratulate Kevin, and if he get to, he want to come here and talk to you and tell you his story. And folks, I gotta say this, is that the state auditors, investigated him. They said from a period from 2016, December the 1st of 2016 to April the 30th of 2018, folks.
Still got it wrong.
They said that in that length of time, he took $329.42. Wait a minute, folks. Wait a minute, folks. Hold up, folks. Wait a minute now. Two-Belt, I did not say $3,292,000. I said $329. Can you believe that, Delores?
That's sad.
That they indicted that man And they indicted him under the wrong law, but it was stuff that had been basically concocted by this administration. In other words, and the judge dismissed those charges against him with prejudice. When charges are dismissed with prejudice, or your lawsuit is dismissed with prejudice, that means you cannot. Now, we mad at you about this. You cannot file it again. So I want to congratulate Kevin Magruder. Now, folks, y'all already know who the king was behind that. Yes, that J. Denson Law Firm. And so Joseph Denson, Attorney Denson, I just want to congratulate you. I mean, because you are doing a stellar job around here. Yeah. And I mean, you're just doing a stellar job. And what I like about him is that he's doing what he's doing what's right. He's doing his job. He's actually showing the other attorneys what they should be doing. That you should be fighting for every case, not making no deal. You should not compromise. You should not do that. So I had to congratulate that. And then, folks, I'm gonna tell you how bad this administration is. Before I do that, I want to go and tell you about Jim Williams. See, now last week I told you about Joseph Spears, or Joe Spears, setting my brother up and him working for the city of Meridian. Joe Spears doesn't even work for the city of Meridian, folks. Now, you understand that there's something going on. We're talking about, it's something smelling. It smells real bad. And the reason why I say it smells real bad, because he's with the East Mississippi Drug Task Force on the Lauderdale County Sheriff Department. How is it that my attorney is working with the Lauderdale County Drug Task Force agent to set up my son? Now, let me tie in Joe Spears with Matthew Spears. Them two, those are brothers there. They're brothers. But Matthew Spears is the one that beat Levi Gibbs. You understand? So this is a way of coming after me. So, but it doesn't matter, because I'm fixing to come after all of y'all. I'm going to file a complaint with the Justice Department. Yes, I'm calling the FBI on you too. And I'm putting a bar complaint against Jim Williams, because Jim Williams, he have to get my permission to mess with anybody in my family, or even to mess with me or go against me or do anything that's adverse to me or anybody in my family. He got to talk to me about that. But here's the thing, that Jim Williams, what the hell wrong with you? You got to be a sorry attorney that you have to get with. Are you going to make a deal with a law enforcement officer to try to get your client? I want you to do your job. Either they have evidence on your client or they don't have evidence. If they don't have evidence on your client, you need to go out there and do your job like Joseph Denson is doing his. Now, I ain't going to stand back and let y'all mess with my family, period. You just understand that. Yes, Eli Stringfellow is my grandson. Tyler Stringfellow is my grandson. I'm not going to let you mess with them either. I mean, it ain't about, in our family, we don't, no parent like for their children to go out and do this and do that. We don't teach them that. But hell, I'm going to circle the damn wagon like the damn, the frontier folks did with the Native Americans. Y'all know what they circle at the damn wagon. Them Native Americans caught on TV, they couldn't penetrate it. Little Bighorn, they had a different story for them. They wouldn't let them circle the wagon. So this Little Bighorn, folks, I'm not going to let you guys circle the wagon on my family. I'm just going to fight. I just got to let y'all know that. So this thanks to high heaven. How is it that Jim Williams, trying to get his client off, is working with the Lauderdale County Sheriff Department, who's working probably, and this is a Meridian Police Department case. This is not a drug case, folks. This is a murder case. And so he's saying Joseph Spears. How the hell Joseph Spears know? And Joseph Spears told me your son. How the hell Joseph Spears know?
They've been talking about it.
No, that ain't what it is. Yeah, him and Matthew Spears talking about it. Talking about, hey, we need to get at a hold. I don't like that nigga. You know, that's what they saying. Let's just get his son. His son supposed to be on the case. Let's put his son in this case. Look what y'all did to Magruder. Look what happened. Now Magruder getting ready to sue. So let's just talk about all the lawsuits that the city of Meridian has. You got Anthony Ball, a police officer, gonna sue the city of Meridian. Greg Gillen, y'all remember him. This here is Robert Jones put his name on the NCIC. Representative Greg Gillen has a lawsuit that he's getting ready to put against the city of Meridian for what Robert Jones did. Michael Allen probably will sue the city of Meridian. Eddie Hope is going to sue the city of Meridian on several fronts. I'm going to sue y'all for putting my name on the NCIC, for going through the NCIC using a background check that was illegal. And Rita Jackson's gonna sue the city of Meridian. Thomas Van, y'all know that's the detective that's supposed to hadn't arrested them white boys yet. He could sue the city of Meridian, but he's so weak he probably ain't.
Right.
You know, he's one of them kind of niggas that accept stuff. Don't complain behind the thing when he's real mad, and then he gonna drop his head and be scared to look up, man. Now, when they wrong, man, people like that done hurt us so bad.
Right.
Chris Scott probably will end up suing the city of Meridian. Let's just talk about the chief of police they had under this administration. James Lee was first, then Buck Roberts was the interim chief of police, remember? Then Benny Dubose came on. Then I forgot the captain that just got drunk and they had to get rid of. You know, what's that, Lo, you know, huh? That's it, John Griffin. John Griffin was the interim, then Lou Robbins, and then Charles Coleman, then John Griffin again, who ended up having to resign, and now you got Gould. See, this here, I'm just pointing out the report card of this here. Look at all the different, let's go and talk about the administrators. You got Kirk Goldacker, who was first, then McGreevy, and then Richard McAllister, and now you got Eddie Kelly. So this here's a failed administrator, folks. You looking at people that don't know what the hell they doing. You looking at all these police chiefs they had. All this points to leadership.
Yeah.
So they might not like it, but it points to leadership.
Yeah, that's true.
And so what we have is we have an administration that's just, and by person own admission. Now, this Simmons guy been coming up, but he didn't come up there today. But every time there's somebody dealing with a potential lawsuit, the Simmons guy come up. And so they pointed out that Percy, this guy, if he's coming up, how's he getting paid? Then they should make Percy paying because he don't supposed to be coming up because didn't nothing happen while he was the city attorney. And how about Percy when he was getting what is his name? Kendricks. Kermit Kendricks, when they was getting him a firm, he said that we have a litany. I'm quoting him now, a litany of suits. Now, since he said that, it's been 2 or 3 more add-ons. Now, this is a failed administrator. We don't need an administrator. See, they need to start making Percy pay for this stuff out of his pocket. Percy, I'm going to sue you under your official capacity and your personal capacity. See, I'm going to see you as an individual. That's what you got to do, Attorney Denson. Sue him as an individual also. The city of Meridian employees such as mayor, they are indemnified. So the insurance going to pay it. But what's going to happen, the insurance going to go up, they're going to eventually drop it, but they got to get in Percy's pocket. So Percy really don't care because he's getting all this money. It's not hurting him. So, man, this is city here. It is so pecky that we don't have anything to be proud of. We don't have anything to brag about. And that's sad. That is so sad that we keep going through this, Bro Sam. Folks, we're going to take us a break, and then we're going to come back. And we're going to come back, and we're going to read your comments. And we'll open up the phone lines for you and everything, and then we're going to close out. Play me a song, Dice Man.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now, express yourself. Whatever you do, do it good. Whatever you do, Lord, Lord. Do it good. Oh yeah. It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing what you look like you're doing. Express yourself. Express yourself. They're doing it on the moon, y'all. In the jungle too. Everybody on the floor now. Jumping like a kangaroo. So let the horn do the thing they do, y'all. and other people don't. But everything don't mean a thing if it ain't the thing you want. Express yourself. Express yourself. Oh, do it. Oh, do it. Do it to it. Go on and do it. Y'all do it. Get it. Express yourself. Express yourself.
Folks, I want to welcome you back. A couple of things I want to tell you is that on the 20th, on October the 20th at 5:30 p.m., you guys, if you have a house that you own, you need to show up at that here because they have a list of 33 houses that they're going to tear down and demolish. And so be at that here, and if you don't want your house torn down, you'll be able to speak up and state why you don't want it torn down, and it can be removed from that list. Also, I got to tell you guys this. I saw this, and I'm happy for this lady from Cozio, Esco, Mississippi. A black lady. She won $1,235,666, $666.25. Wow, that's all I got to say about that. And so, in the same hotel, it was in 2003 is when Michael Land won the exact same thing on a progressive wheel also. So I got to tell you folks, I don't gamble or anything like that, but if you're going to casino, if you're going to play a slot machine, make sure you play to win the bigger pot. You're throwing your money anyway. So if you win, you're going to win because you're lucky. So if you be lucky, win big. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Bruh Dice, what about those comments?
Okay, we got our good buddy Tristan B. Hampton says, good evening, guys. What's up, Tristan?
Hey, Tristan. Pretty eyes. I just got to tell her, you know, when I hear her name, I think about that. Boy, and Tony Lip stuck out. And, you know, like, I want to say this before you continue, people. When you put things on social media, it doesn't matter whether or not, like, say, if I was to say something about you, Bro Sam, but I say it to Bro Dice, or either say I got it so only 25 people can see that, you can bet more than the 25 people that you think saw it going to see it. And everybody that you don't want to see it going to see it. So people be careful. And also I want to let you guys know, I promise you, everything you put on social media, it goes in the cloud, it stays in the cloud. I say that, I can't impress that upon you enough. They call it digital, what they do, it leaves a digital fingerprint or a digital footprint, whatever you want to use. They both of them are appropriate. It leaves a digital fingerprint of everything you say and do, and everything you type and everything you take. When you take pictures, when you send text messaging, if you talk and you record it, again, even your talking, I'm just going to tell you, everything you say and do, because it has to transfer. So everything you say and do leaves a digital fingerprint in the clouds, and any what they call digital scientists or digital forensic specialists, they go to school for that, they can pull up all of that, no matter, even the FBI have what they call window washer, they even can pull that up. So anything that's done It's there. You might can't get it, but it's somebody out there can get it if it's needed. Go ahead, Brother Dice. Read those comments to us.
Okay, did I say Tristan B. Hampton said? I'm just
All
playing.
right.
I'm just playing.
I'm gonna tell you what Tony said. Keep
Sorry,
playing,
Tony.
Dice. She's keep playing. She's gonna cut you too.
Just playing, Tony. It's all good. Tracy Holt says, good evening, fellas.
Hey,
Evening,
baby.
Tracy.
What's up, Tracy? Patricia Allen says hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Trish.
sister.
Hello, Miss Patricia. Tristan B. Hampton says, ha ha, she's laughing. Okay. Let's go. Patricia Allen also says, it's always good to see you laughing, Eddie. I'm literally on the floor, Mr. Gas Man.
Don't y'all do me like that. This show came out. Boy, did it come out.
Right, and the brother kept asking me. I'm like, I ain't concerned with how gas smell from nobody. Joanne Holt says, hello, everyone, enjoying the show.
Hey,
Sister.
sis.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
Joanne.
another one I always have my back to. Thanks, sis. I love you.
Patricia Allen also says, Dice Man, I truly enjoy the music, lyrics that have meaning. Express yourself. Thank you, Miss Patricia. I really appreciate that. And that's it.
Yeah, and I got to tell you that my family did call and check on me, did they? And anytime we need to raise money, that's Rhonda to do that. But anyway, I just want to thank you. I want to say this before I close out. Black mamas have really gone crazy, folks. I got to tell you this. And the reason why I'm going to talk about this, I think is necessary because some of you out there are guilty of the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead on. My boys' hair is very, very long. Very long. I mean, it is long. If you guys seen them, you can see them on social media. My son Carter and Connor Holt, their hair is longer than their sister. But anyway, I get tired of looking at my little boys looking like little girls. I get tired of black mothers most black mothers will grow their boys' hair while their girls' hair look like naughty. They look like, I mean, they black mothers got it wrong. For one thing, we can't show a difference between our children. But what happened to me is that I'm tired of my boys, and my boys growing up. And so when they went to school, I think the first day school was open, they had all the hair up in a bushy thing like so, pulled back up with just a big old thing up in the air. And that's where girls wear their hair. And so then the mom told me that she had did their hair, and when I saw them, had a long twist ponytail here and a big old twist ponytail there. So now it's time to cut the hair. Now, folks understand I wasn't going to cut it like mine. I don't mind you guys seeing me. As you can see, I don't have any hair on my head. And so I wasn't going to cut it like that. What I was going to do, I was going to, y'all know them rappers that got them long plaits and things like that and got it twisted and styled. I was going to fade it on the side. I was going to have it nice, but basically I was going to keep their length.
Right.
And so that's what I was going to do. So what I had did is I had called Rick B up. I think, I forgot his wife named Toya, but she was going to charge me $45 a piece to do their hair in the top. That's wash it and set it and everything, and then going to fade it on the side. Her husband was Rick B going to do that. Either the other barbershops, so they'll do it. But the thing of it is, folks, is that it was time for me to step in and take over the duties that she can't do, because that's what a parent does.
Right.
When you're a father or a mother of a child, when one of them falls short, you got to step in there. You don't criticize, you step in and compensate. And that's what I did. Well, it wasn't long before the baby boy called his mother up. It's kind of how he is. He's a mama's baby. You know how children sometimes play one parent. Daddy finna cut my hair. Well, he was angry because he wanted me to do something and I wouldn't do it. He wanted me to buy him something and I wouldn't. Oh, he wanted me to buy him a Nerf gun and I wasn't going to do it. Now, but anyway, she can't. Folks, for one thing, all of my family know everybody know me, I'm a hands-on dad. And I spoil my children. I spend time with them. I take them places. I take them places that you see on TV because I don't want my children to say, oh, I want to go there. Whatever their parents need, they buy them this. I go buy it, bro, Sam. I go buy it. And that's just where I am. So this mother don't have no complaint about me doing the father do. Do you know that heifer came through the door raising hell? Where my children at? You not going to cut their hair. Folks, I promise she came through the door raising hell, cussing. I mean, disrespectful. When you're talking about disturbing the peace, she disturbed the peace. Now, she came through the door with her dad. And I said, Jada, just call the police. We're going to remove her. She said, come on. I said, you ain't going anywhere. She forgot that I'm the child father. Hold up. Not only am I the child father, it is my duty to instruct my child on the way it should be. Now, understand that I'm a hands-on parent, and we can talk about anything. Now, whenever I feel like that she done something wrong, I talk to her in an appropriate manner. I say, hey, I don't want my son. Now, I got to go a little bit deep with y'all on this now. Understand that my son is pretty. He's too pretty. He is pretty. He's got a nice-looking mom, nice-looking dad. My son got the hair, got the skin color, he got everything. Now, he's kind of spoiled. Now, from what I understand, one of his uncles done came out of the closet. None of your business, Too Bear. I ain't gonna tell it over there. And so the uncle twerking and done taught my son to twerk. Now, when my daughter came back and told me my son twerking, I'm mad as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Now, listen to me, folks. I didn't call her up cursing. I didn't even go and raise hell with her. I called her up on the phone. I said, your brother's teaching my son to twerk. I said, whenever you gotta go somewhere, I said, bring my children to me.
Right.
I said, I don't care where you got to go, how much it is, bring my children to me. She went out of town. I don't care. Go do what you want to do. I had them. Whenever she went out of town again, I had them. So she didn't come here fussing at me about me not doing what I supposed to do. This heifer come through the door fussing at me, cussing and raising, saying about cutting that child hair. Wow. People, can you believe that? And folks, I got to tell you this, is that first I'm calm. Then I get upset and I raise my voice. And I tell my daughter, I said, my daughter didn't want to do that because she know how it is. We don't believe in calling police on family. Right. And so it took my third time to tell her, and so my voice raised. So she know it wasn't no fourth time. And Ray said, Gray, please don't do that. He said, I ever want. And I said, don't do it, Jada. See how, but I'm talking about, now his daughter out of control. I said, get your daughter out here. I said, now, she ain't, call the police. Wow, man, you in somebody else's business. You're cursing. You're out of control. You're disturbing the peace and saying, call the police. A good daddy. Ain't no deadbeat, folks, about my children. And I'm going to make a, they would have been looking like little rap stars or rock stars, whatever you want to say. They weren't going to have one of these folks. But it doesn't matter. Even if I had cut it like that, she still would not have no argument with me because she know how to do all kind of styles, including cut. But because she's compensating, and I said compensating. See, Great Hope raised the bar so damn high, Superman can't fly over it. I'm just telling you the truth. So when they break up with me, when they leave Mr. Goodman for Mr. Good, I ain't gonna say it. I knew what you thought I was gonna say, Miss Too Bad. See, I ain't gonna say it still. Ain't like a good man. Cause Mr. Good Thing ain't gonna last long. Because Mr. Good Thing gonna be just a regular thing after a while and no benefit. So she do hair and she working and all that. I call it compensating. But the point of it is I'm still hand on. However she do, but she don't have time to do my son's hair.
Right.
Because she could. But making that $120, $140 per head or whatever she charged, right. she compensating. So I had to talk about this, folks, because she ain't allowed here no more. Now I ain't seen him. I can go see him. Y'all know I can. So Joseph Denson, you just got a lot to do because I'm going to sue her. I'm going to sue my other baby mama too because got a situation going here. Because I'm going to sue her, them, because what we got to understand is that when you got a good dad and your dad is involved, don't come talking to him. Let him raise his son like he want to. Why would we want your little boy? I'm talking about their hair ain't being done. They hair's nappy as hell. Right. They hair turned into like dreads almost because she ain't going so long without doing it. Right. I've been tolerant for one of them is 8 and the other one is 7. I've been tolerant that many years. And now it's time for it to stop. So, Joseph Denson, you did call me the other day. I appreciate that. I want to thank all. Dice, did we give it any more comments before I close out this show? Well, folks, I want to thank you guys for listening. We'll start on time. You going to be here?
Yes, sir. Thursday, God will.
Y'all heard what he said. Thursday, the bell ringer gonna be here, and I'm gonna start on time this time because I ain't going to no city council meeting. Folks, I gotta tell you that I'm not gonna let anyone hurt me. It's simple as that. And so, but we don't believe in fighting with family, but some people do. That ain't what we believe in, and we don't believe in calling police on family. We believe in resolving our issues. So I kind of put this out there. Now, you know, I like to consider myself as having a pretty high IQ, meaning that I don't like to, just about any time I say something and do something, I just about know what kind of result I'm going to get from it, you know. So I kind of put this out there. So I guess my viewership will go up. And I just want to thank all you guys for listening in. I want to thank all of you for your support, your well wishes. Thank you, daughter Tracy, for being there. The rest of you, I love y'all too, and y'all was there too and sending me things. But my daughter Tracy had me by the hand, and I want to thank you for that. Y'all have a good evening. Dice Man, take us home. But hey, that song
Keep on learning. Soldiers, keep on warring. World, keep on turning. 'Cause it won't be too long. Powers, keep on lying. While your people keep on dying. World, keep on turning. 'Cause it won't be too long. I'm so darn glad he let me try it again. 'Cause my last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my highest ground. Teachers, keep on teaching. Preachers,